Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Becky, and today we're going to be working on a layout, another one that I did during the hurricane scrap party that I had with myself. I am going to be using a sketch. You can see it right there at the top right hand corner of your screen. And also I'm going to be using the Close to My Heart Every Little Thing collection for this layout. This is the collection that is the premier collection for September, or just the collection of September for Close to My Heart. So I am going to stick pretty close. I'm going to be using this floral paper as the top portion of the sketch. The bottom portion, I'm going to be using that mint cardstock. And then the centerpiece is a white piece of pattern paper, and it has these little teeny tiny dots on it. Ground paper that I'm using is not paper. It's actually a piece of the wisteria cardstock. Now you can see how that sketch has that twine going around it. I am going to be doing that same effect, but I am going to be using crochet thread on mine. I use several layers of it. I think maybe 4 or 5 layers of the crochet thread around there, and I just tied it. I didn't tie it in a bow. I just kind of tied it around the string. You can see on this sketch where there is some scallopy bits, so I am taking out this scallop washi tape. This is not a Close to My Heart washi tape. This is actually, I think it's from Doodlebug, but I'm not 100% sure. But this is how I'm going to get the scallopy portion of that sketch onto my layout. Now don't worry, it's not going to stay all the way across. First, I'm going to go ahead and put down my pieces. Right here I'm inking them with a little bit of black ink, and actually I only did that one piece like that, and I was like, it's okay, but I didn't love it. So the white piece and then also that mint green piece I don't end up inking. Just that top one is. It doesn't stand out, or it's not like in your face about it. So after I get this laid down, I'm going to use that very same ruler. That's a centering ruler, and I'm going to use it just to make it flush up against the edge and rip that hanging over portion of the washi tape off. Now you can see how I was looking at both sides of this cardstock. The Close to My Heart cardstock is two-toned. It's a little bit lighter on one side than the other side, and right there I was just deciding which side it was that I had wanted to use. And on this piece right here, I'm going to be using some double-sided tape, and the reason why is I want to make sure that my crochet thread does not go anywhere. So in some portions where I laid down my double-sided tape, I actually put it over the thread part so it wouldn't come up. Here I added a little bit of extra glue underneath the knot just so that also would not move. Now this sketch does call for 3 photos. I do take one away, but then I will bring it back again because I couldn't really decide on what I wanted to do. I actually maybe should have turned these photos black and white, and I still might go back and print them again in black and white and just lay them over it. I haven't really decided about that. This is going to be my title. It just says Together. Now this collection does include kind of a chipboard sheet that has different pieces on it, and this word Together was one of those pieces, so I just kind of popped it out of there and put it down. I will end up gluing that down with some liquid adhesive here in a minute. So that big flower cluster down there at the bottom, that is the Every Little Thing stamp. I did stamp one of the flower clusters and then colored it in with the watercoloring technique, and I put it down there. That little flower is also a stamp that is off of the Every Little Thing stamp set. I love that stamp set. It is so cute. I've been having a lot of fun stamping out with that and then cutting out the pieces. Even though there's like leaves and bits coming out of that, like that big floral shape, it's still really easy to fussy cut. Some people, fussy cutting is not their thing, and I don't think, to my knowledge, I don't think that there is a die that goes with that. I'm not 100% sure. I should probably go back and check on that, huh? So I did pull out this black piece, black heart down there at the bottom. That is a piece from the chipboard set. And right here I'm going to build a little cluster. I'm going to use this sticker. It says The Best of Days. I'm going to pop that up on some foam tape, and I'm going to layer up that butterfly over it. Now that butterfly is another stamped image. That's the stamp that comes with the card kit for Every Little Thing. And that's the only place you can get the stamp and die the stamp and thin cut set together. That's the only place you can get that, is if you get that card kit, which I still haven't made those cards yet, and I will be coming back in, or maybe I might have done it by the time this goes up, to go over those cards with you guys. I did use just a little piece of that white with the wisteria dotted paper and put it right down there under the photo. I stamped the date on it, which was August 31st, 2019. These are some photos from Riley's first birthday party. I'm going to put another one of those stamped flowers up there by the title, and I'm going to put it on some foam tape as well. And then I take 2 more of those black hearts out and put those down around the page. Here's another one of those stamped flowers. I'm just going to kind of tuck it underneath that crochet thread and also underneath the top portion of that sticker. I will come back in with some right here. You can see right there is some of the vellum pieces. This collection does have a sheet of vellum punch out pieces, and I do put a couple of those around the page. I put 2 down here. I have 1 in each of the little clusters. I put 2 down at the bottom. The one up at the top is underneath the butterfly wings, and the one up there by the together is another one of the flowers that looks very similar to the flowers that were stamped and colored, and I'm going to stick it under there. I will end up pulling out a stamp, which is what I'm doing here. This is that same stamp set, but it has a teeny tiny flower on it. So I'm going to take that little teeny tiny flower and stamp it around the page. I don't do this very often just because I'm not the best stamper, but I figure it's so small that even if it gets smudged or messed up, it is going to be perfectly fine. You're not even going to notice. I will top it off with a little, actually I use quite a bit of them, these little dots from this black stickles. I think it's called Black Diamond. Guys, this stuff is so pretty. I have several bottles of stickles, and I don't usually use them as stickles, as dots, but I don't know, there's something about this black that is just so pretty. I've been using a lot that way. I have noticed that I need to practice on making my dots a little bigger, because I just go boop and do little teeny tiny dots, but I actually need to vary the size a little bit more. You can tell on this page they're all pretty much the same size. I didn't vary the size very much. I need to probably get better at doing that. Keep that in mind. Alright guys, I want to thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.